Hello, welcome back to AutoCAD for Landscape Horticulture. Today we're going to work more with our Osnaps and another command that uses rotate. Let's start by going back to the draw panel and let's select a rectangle. We're going to pick 2 points on the screen to make a rectangle. And then we're going to go down and look at our status bar and make sure that Ortho and Osnap are still on. I'm going to right click on the Osnap button and click on settings just so we can verify we have all the Osnaps turned on that we need. So there's end, mid, center, intersection, and nearest. Those are the ones that are important for this lesson. And we'll click OK. Now let's start with a polyline. I'm going to type PL into the command line and press enter. I'm going to come up to the top of the rectangle and find the midpoint and bring a line down. And I either want it to stop before I hit the box or after. Then I'm going to press enter to exit the polyline command. I'm going to hit enter again to start the polyline command. And then you'll see that we can get another midpoint. And I'll extend that one beyond the rectangle as well and press enter. I'm going to go up and select my circle. Many different circles to pick. Today we're going to do center radius. It's another great example of using Osnaps. That the center point of our circle is going to be where those two lines crossed. And we can bring this up until we hit an end point of the line. Or it would also be a midpoint of the box. Now I'm going to create 2 more polylines. I'm sure there's easier ways we could do this. This kind of explains and gets you used to some of these Osnaps. I'm going to click up here, enter. Enter again to give my command back. Click on the intersection there, and I'm going to take this one down. And then escape. My goal here is to create a square box. The next command we're going to learn is the opposite of trim. It's actually extend. In the trim command, we would click on our object to be a knife, and then that would bisect a line, and we could cut it. Here we're going to select a target. So if we read the command line, it says extend, select objects, or select all. So think of it as a target. I'm going to select this box and then enter. So those dashed lines are my target. If I click on this line, it's going to send it down to meet that dashed line. I'm going to do the same thing again. Click on the box to extend. That's my target, and I'm going to press enter. I could have stayed in the same command, but I want to show a little difference here. This is the line I want to extend, just like we did over here. I want it to go up to the edge of this box. But look what happens if I select down here. Nothing's happening. The reason nothing's happening is that we're beyond the midpoint of the line. If I hit escape, I can click on this line and show you where the midpoint is. That's this longer grip in the middle. So to extend this line, I need to click between this grip and this grip to tell AutoCAD that I want to extend the line in this direction. So I'm going to use EX for extend, or I could have used the extend icon again. I'm going to click on the box, press enter, and now I'm going to click between that midpoint and that end point, and that line will go up and extend. I'm going to escape out of that command. Just going to jump in with the erase command, E for erase, and I'm going to select this object, get those 2 lines out of there right from the get-go. Now I'm going to use the trim command. So I'll go up and use trim. This time I want to select this line, and this box. So I want to get rid of these lines that extend beyond my rectangle, and then I want to get rid of these areas of the rectangle. And notice if I go in order, the trim command keeps working. Now I'm going to hit escape. Then I'm going to hit undo and do the trim command again. This time I'm typing in the keyword, and I'm going to select the lines and the rectangle again and enter. I'm done selecting targets. Actually, this is trim command, so that would be knife blades. So all these are my knife blades. And I'm going to select this line, and then this line. And it orphaned this line out here. So I cannot use the trim command to get rid of that one. Or I select this line, and like I said before, if I do it in order, this line to this line to this line, it's all very nice and tidy, and it trims everything I wanted. So I use the erase command to come back and pick up this line over here. Now I want to draw something in the middle of this box. So with our current Osnaps settings, I can start polyline. Notice I have not started polyline yet, and as I move my mouse around all these objects, none of my Osnaps are coming up. I actually need to start a command. So polyline is the command, and I want to find the center of this circle. As you notice, the center point's not popping up automatically. But if I go out to the edge of the circle, all of a sudden I get a little X in the middle, and now I can grab the center point. So I'm going to grab the center point, and I want to come straight up to the midpoint. So I want to draw a line from the center point to the top midpoint of the box. I'm going to hit escape to get out of that command. I'm going to hit enter again to enter the polyline command again. And now I already have a line there, so I'm actually grabbing the end point. It's also the center of the circle, but the grip is going to be the end point. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to extend out to the right just about that far. Not a real critical distance. Then I'm going to come out to the top, and that Osnap is going to go to that end point. Remember, it's going to override the ortho, and it's going to make that line at an angle. Like that. Then I'm going to hit escape. So let's use the mirror command. Let's click on the mirror command, come down here, and we created this shape in a couple different line segments. Even though they were all polylines, they're not connected. If I click here, we have two segments of a line. And then I'm going to go ahead and select the center line and then enter. Now it's asking for the first point of the mirror line. And I'll use this point up here. And then you can kind of see what results you're going to get. So I'm going to come down and get the center of the circle, which is also now an endpoint. If we read our command line, it says mirror, erase source objects. We do not want to erase our source objects. That's the default. So we can go ahead and press enter. And there we go. We have two triangles. I'm going to go ahead and erase the center line. So now we have kind of one big triangle. And I'm going to consider this a dial. I'm going to hit escape again because I'm done erasing objects. And I want to rotate this dial around this circle. So we go up here and there's a rotate command. So now we have to select our objects if we read our command line. So if I click here, I can see that's that half. There's that half. And enter. It's asking for a base point. So for the base point, I want to use the center of the circle. The center of the circle is also this end point. So now if we click on there, we see we can move this around. Notice how it's going just in the cardinal directions. It's just going to the four places at 90 degrees from each other. That's because ortho is on. If we click ortho off, now we can spin this dial any direction we would like. And this is called a handle, the little line that's coming out from our base point. The longer the handle, the more precisely we can move this object around in this circle. I want to come down here and actually use the reference command again. That's one of the most powerful options in these commands. So I'm going to type R for reference. Now it's asking me to specify the reference angle. If I knew the exact angle, I could say 90 degrees, 130 degrees, whatever my degree is, but I don't know that angle. So instead, I'm going to click what the base point is, and we also know it's the end point of this line. So that's going to be where we're going to grab this shape from. Now it's asking for a second point. So I'm going to go up, and I'm going to grab the needle part, or the point of this triangle. And now it follows exactly wherever I want it to go. So if I point it down to the corner of this box, and I click, it'll automatically rotate to that corner. I hope this has been helpful, working with the Osnaps commands a little bit more, and also showing you a powerful command within the rotate command. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a great day.